Well, there's no avoiding it. We've got to go through to Chapter 4, Mos Espa Pod Race. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Chapter 4, Mos Espa Pod Race. Queen Amidala and her Jedi protectors have fled Naboo, heading for Coruscant. They plan to inform the Galactic Senate of the Trade Federation invasion. However, the Royal Starship's hyperdrive is damaged in the escape, and they have been forced to land on the remote planet of Tatooine for repairs. On cue for the first vehicle level in the game, and one that will forever live in infamy among LEGO video game fans. Why do I say that? Well, let's just say that this level was hated to the nth degree, at least in the original game. The reason being is that you had to reach a series of checkpoints within a certain time limit. And dear God, these time limits were incredibly unforgiving. If you failed to reach the checkpoint in time, you had to start over from the last one you crossed. And more often than not, you would cross the checkpoints almost with 1 second left on the clock, or 2 if you're really lucky. But fortunately, they changed it around for the complete saga. Now you have to go through the lap in one continuous loop. The true Jedi status in Mos Espa Pod Race can also be rather tricky to obtain because you have to hit literally every obstacle in order to get it. As you can see, the environment will change the further you progress in the race. As you've seen by now, the mini-kit pieces are littered across the track, and I believe you can get 9 of them in story mode. The 10th one can only be obtained after you have unlocked a certain vehicle. And I'm getting very close to true. There we go! Ah, that's what I like to see, that stud meter filled all the way up. And you do have to get first place in the race in order to complete the level, so you do have to beat Sebulba. And you're not going to do it until the 3rd lap, which is right now. The 3rd lap doesn't really change all that much. The Tusken Raiders will still shoot at you, and you still have to dodge those boulders, but just keep in mind of the alternate paths you have to take. And there's the 9th mini-kit piece. That gate right there. You might have caught a brief glimpse of it, but the mini-kit was on top of that hill. In vehicle levels, you might need to go through certain pathways that are blocked by those red and black gates. However, they can only be accessed by an Imperial starcraft, like a TIE fighter or the Emperor's shuttle or whatnot. As I'm playing through this, I'm getting a flashback of when I used to play the pod racing game on the Nintendo 64. And let me tell you, some of those tracks were downright brutal. Abyss, anyone? Or how about Grabvine Gateway? But none of that matters because we won! Yay! And yeah, that is it for the pod race. Pretty short level. We've unlocked our first vehicle, Anakin's pod, and we have obtained True Jedi status. Thankfully, I don't want to play that again, except the ugly truth is I will have to play it multiple times. But more on that later. We're just over 200,000 studs. And I can bet you can figure out what this mini kit is. Unfortunately, we still need one more piece. 2 more gold bricks to add to our collection. Very nice. And yeah, that is it. A pretty short chapter overall. So next time on Let's Play LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, we are going to tackle Chapter 5, which is Retake Theed Palace.